Hey, yo, welcome back to another episode of Timmymon Duel Links. Before we get started into this awesome GEARGIA deck, I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, YGOsingles.com. If you play the TCG, make sure you check them out. They've got really good prices on their singles, and if you use the discount code Timmymon, you get 5% off all your Yu-Gi-Oh singles. Yeah, okay, let's get into it. This is the GEARGIA deck. This another broken deck that came out from the new set. If you saw the MCS, the last MCS that just happened, a similar GEARGIA deck actually came second place. Congratulations, Sophie. This video is for you. This list is actually originated from her, and yeah, let's get into it. We've got 2 GEARGIA attackers, we've got 2 anchors, we've got 3 arsenals, 3 ties of the brethren. I actually almost resetted this set without getting the third one, but I was like, oh yeah, might as well get it, and I'm so glad we did. I thought this card was useless, but now it's just so OP in this deck. 2 chalices, 2 powerful rebirths, 3 pulse mines, and 3 the spell absorbing life. If you don't know what GEARGIAs do, let's get into the GEARGIA deck first. The engine is just Arsenal searching out these guys. We run 2 attackers and 2 anchors. What attacker does is when it flips face up, it destroys spells and trap cards equal to other GEARGIA monsters, and anchor does the same for monsters, so it doesn't count itself. So for it to resolve its effect, on resolution you have to have a different GEARGIA monster. So you can enemy controller to take the other GEARGIA monster that they control to sort of negate the effect or reduce the effectiveness. But what's awesome about these 2 cards is they destroy on resolution and not activation. So what that means is they don't target. So after everything, then they choose what is destroyed. So cards like Whale, that typically blocks targeting effects, will just get crushed by the anchor's effect. Yeah, what else doesn't target? Hazy Flames. So if you play Hazy Flames, this deck has a really easy out. You just flip it face down, flip it face up, you destroy the Hazy Flame monsters that typically other decks struggle with. There's a few little cool combos with this, because it happens on resolution. You can chain powerful rebirth to the effect. Because the chain link resolves backwards, you can destroy more monsters. So yeah, that's really awesome. Something about my list is I don't actually play any enemy controllers. My whole strategy is just to open up monster plus ties. So most of the times I'm gonna hard reset into this combo. Yeah, and we play some chalices. I think chalice is almost a staple at the moment. The reason it's particularly good against this deck is you want to protect against effect monsters like Snipe Hunter, Dakini, any monster removal effect monsters. Those are what you have trouble with the most. But yeah, chalice is in here because it's pretty busted at the moment. Also, it makes your silver matchup slightly better. Pulse Mines is so OP in this deck. I actually had to spend my KC Cup ticket to get the third one just because of how OP it is. You know, decks like Heroes that summon multiple monsters each turn, 1 Pulse Mine ruins their entire turn. And Pulse Mine is a crucial card against all special summoning decks like Cyber Angels or yeah, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but anything that special summons multiple monsters, Pulse Mine is a really good card against that. And here is our secret tech. Yeah, it's the spell absorbing life. Flip all face down defense position monsters face up. Flip effects are not activated. Increase your life by 400 per each card. So, you know, on a full field, 400 times 6, that's 2,400 life points. And it can help you resolve the second ties of the brethren if you need that extra life point. What's cool about this is they actually trigger your anchor and attacker's effects. So you can set it up you can set up multiple effects setting a spell absorbing life, and this combo allows you to pop stuff at times that you don't usually get to respond. It's hard to explain. Maybe I'll show you some of the replays. I'll try to talk about it in my live game, but this card is so broken. You just activate it to flip up. If it's the end phase, you can pop all the spells and traps. If there's a monster threat, you can flip up your anchor, destroy their monster. Or if they're in the battle phase, you can use it, flipping up anchor and attacker, popping their spells and their monsters. So it's super busted. But the bad thing about it is it also flips up their monsters. So stuff like Sylvans, the Sylvan Mushroom, because this isn't a flip effect, they still get to activate their mushroom, and the mirror match, so that you can also flip up their GEARGIA cards as well. So if you tend to see a lot of mirror matches, what you can do is actually play Desert Sunlight. So this does similar thing, but it only flips up your side of the field, and you don't get the life point boost. But for me, you know, I think the life point boost is so crucial, even against decks like Burn or like rogue decks where, I don't know, there's a lot of situations where the extra life points comes in so clutch. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's enough explaining. You probably want to see some gameplay. Let's get into the replays and into the live games now. We're up against Yugi Moto. When I'm playing this deck, I like to restart for the ties combo pretty much exclusively, unless there's a card good for that specific matchup. So this hand, it's a pretty easy restart. And our opponent is also restarting. He's restarting his hero deck, and I actually really like this matchup. I like to play GEARGIAs into heroes. I feel like it's hard for heroes to do much, and we have the spell absorbing life. If we can set up multiple GEARGIAs on the board, then this card will be broken. So we have the arsenal. So what I'm trying to do is just to yeah, get more monsters on board. I want to get this the one that pops monsters. He chalices this. That's fine for me. I'm gonna get the one that pops monsters. Gonna set the rebirth. Yeah. At this point, you know, this is half his life. If I can resolve one more anchor, then it's pretty much over. He actually econs, and I feel like he didn't need to econ there. And what he could have actually done was to econ the anchor, because what happens is the destruction counts how many other GEARGIAs are on my field, and since it's resolving on my field, he could have popped the anchor himself, and it would leave him in a much better position. I could have done the same thing, but you know, it would have been slightly more perfect play for him. He's econing, taking, no, he's using everything to stay alive, but yeah, we're just chilling. We're just chilling. There's nothing he can do. Okay, let's go into the next replay. This one's up against a Yami Yugi. Let's see if Big Yugi can do better than Little Yugi. I'm trying to remember what deck this person was playing. We'll find out soon. So as always, I'm trying to restart. If I have multiple monsters, I would have to have really good defensive cards to keep that hand. Oh, I remember, this is a Cancer, and this is really, this is like one of the best reasons I like this deck, is because it's got so many different matchups it's good against. Here, you know, I just want to run him low on resources, and I'm not afraid to take damage. My build plays life spell absorbing life, so you know, after he hits me, I'm just gonna heal back up. And I'm able to use the GEARGIA attacker that he he put face down before to pop everything. So here he's top decking. Even Lava Golem wouldn't do him much good because yeah, I can gain life, and all I need to do is to flip one of my anchors up to pop my own Lava Golem. At this point, I'm at 6k life, so it'll take him at least it'll take him 6 turns of Lava Golem to kill me. So this deck's really good because you're able to pop all of their spell and traps in their end phase, which not a lot of other decks can do. And it's not like Storm where you have to get rid of your own cards. You're able to just use your monster effects to do that. And not only in the end phase you can pop their spells, you can also pop their monsters. So you can do that before the battle phase or after the main phase. So that's when they're going to do something with their monster and their spells and traps. So you don't have to wait until the end phase. We have we got two more replays. These 2 replays are up against my team members. Lula. This one's up against Lula. He's playing his Archfiend deck, and his Archfiend decks typically have a good matchup against GEARGIAs because they're spot removal. So you target something and you remove it. But I just want to show you that like this deck it can compete quite well. So this hand is pretty good because all I wanted to see was the spell Absorbing Life plus ties. And if you open that plus a monster, it's really easy. And because I'm playing Restart instead of Balance, when our opponent is playing playing Duel Standby, they give you the extra card, and you're starting off with 5 cards. You're able to restart. That's a quarter of your deck you get to see, and you've got such a high chance to draw the combo. So actually, yeah, our opponent, he targets our monster, and because he targeted the one that pops spells and traps, I'm not worried about flipping up the spell Absorbing Life. His monster's gonna die in the end phase, and yeah, so yeah, we're able to set up another one of each pop effect monster. So we're able to use these in his turn or at the start of his turn, or my end phase. So I use it in my end phase. I'm able to get rid of the trap. Now the trap, he already used 1 trap, and I'm getting rid of his 2nd trap, and then there's 13 cards left. So there's quite a low chance that he's going to draw into another one until maybe bottom 7 cards. So I feel like, you know, at this point I'm quite comfortable, and because he's playing the Dark World dealings, he's helping me draw into my spell Absorbing Lives, and you know, I'm just chilling. There's nothing he can do. There's no way for him to keep a monster on board, and all we really needed was the anchor to attack the game. Yeah, against Lula, we played maybe 8 games, and most of the games turned out quite similar. We're using the spell Absorbing Life. This is such a key card in this matchup because you're able to use it before he uses his effect. So before the Archfiend uses their effect. You can also use it as they summon their Archfiend to. If you have one of each monster that one pops monsters, one pops spells, you're able to get rid of the threat plus the card that summons the threat. So yeah, this matchup is actually pretty decent for GEARGIA, this build of GEARGIA. So there was one supposedly bad matchup. This is another pretty bad matchup. We're up against the real Andy Zeng, and he's playing Tiergardener. So usually when I see a Tiergardener, I think Cyber Angels, and that's exactly what Andy's bringing this time around. And you know, we're restarting for that same combo, and because we're playing because of the 5th card, there's a really high chance we're gonna draw into the combo. We do draw into the combo, and the key card against in this matchup is Pulse Mines. We don't care if they attack our monsters. We don't care if they Dakini our monsters. The key card is Pulse Mines because you can choose when they attack what monster. Pulse Mines means they're not able to clear all your monsters. So in this matchup, Pulse Mines could be it could be Windstorm, it could be Crest of Anubis, but the reason Pulse Mines is so important is you know, it pretty much it stalls that whole turn and allows you another turn of flipping up and down, up and down. And not only that, we open pretty good. We have a Spell Absorbing Life and a Chalice as well, so we're not so afraid of Dakini. So here we use it straight away because there's 5 monsters on board. This is almost the maximum life gain, and we want to force out the negates. So there's 1 negate, this is a 2nd negate, and because we have that 2nd Pulse Mine, which is very clutch, if he wants to go for OTK, we're in a pretty good position. I let him kill it because I have the powerful rebirth. I'm able to get it back, flip it up and down, and yeah, there's not much you can do when he has a spare Karibo, but yeah, we have the Chalice for game. There's not much you can do if you resolve ties. Now, if you're playing the build without ties and you don't resolve it, I think that's pretty much auto lose. So that's why ties is such a crucial card. It makes this matchup actually playable instead of an auto lose matchup. So let's get into a live game now. Okay, here we go. Game 1, Bonds versus Mako. At the moment, I'm playing like every deck using Bonds because I'm trying to unlock more of the skills. So I'm really loving how they give you skills now for playing ranked. This is a pretty good hand. We got ties, we got monster, we got 2 Pulse Mines, and we're going 2nd. That means we get the draw as well. And our opponent is playing the fish deck. Okay. I'm gonna summon this one because I only play 2 attackers. If I ever want to resolve 2 ties, I have to make sure I have 1 of each monster still in the deck. Okay. So now we have exactly 1 of each monster still in the deck. And what's awesome about this is it thins your deck out. So yeah, it thins your deck out. So pretty much everything else we draw now is going to be a pretty good card. The worst card to see is ties. And if either of these Pulse Mines were was the life gain trap that flips up the monster, this game would have just been an auto win here, because Oystermeister by itself, it can't do anything. So if he summons the golden flying fish, I could have popped his whole field, but unfortunately we don't have it. So if he does have so here's Pulse Mines. If Pulse Mines was okay, fortunately for us, he isn't playing or it wasn't a golden flying fish. Otherwise, he could clear our whole board. If Pulse Mines, either of the Pulse Mines were Chalice or the life gain trap, this would have been a perfect hand. Of course, this hand is still really good. He's going into the battle phase. I'm lagging. This is no good. He's attacking this one. So this one actually can get its effect. destroying one card. But I'm just gonna pulse mines here. What I want to do is flip up Anchor to pop, and then yeah, basically what I want to do is to keep my monsters on board and then resolve their effects to clear his board. Bit of lag never hurt anyone. Okay, Powerful Rebirth. Powerful Rebirth is a good card to have when you don't have the ties combo, or even if some of your monsters get destroyed. So it helps you come back into the game. Still lagging. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna Anchor pop the Gishki chain. The reason we're flipping up Anchor first is because we want Attacker to be able to pop 2. I can just attack over these, but to get the most value out of my spell and trap removal, I have to flip this one up first. The other thing I could have done was to keep one of these in attack mode, so I could flip this, destroy 2, set this, flip it back up to destroy another 2. But I wanted to play as if I had the trap set. Activates Swamp Mirror. Okay, that's fine. What we're gonna do is actually destroy the other 2 because we can attack over these 2. So we're gonna destroy this set. So we can destroy the Swamp Mirror, but I'm gonna destroy the Umi just because if we do it this way, I can destroy the most cards. At this point, because I want to clear his board, I'm not gonna set these. I'm just gonna attack. The weaker one kills the defense, and these kill this. And he's got one card, he's top decking. This just shows you how powerful the deck is, really. It's so powerful, guys. And I didn't even get my my best card. I'm gonna have to play another game. I think I just have to play another game because I don't get to show you guys the power of life absorbing spell trap. I don't even know what it's called, but that card is so powerful. You know, if they had a full field, you use it, you become healthy again, and like, yeah. Anyway, at this point, I don't know what he can draw that can deal with this board. Okay. I'm lagging. Is that it? That's nothing. I have to finish him quick. I'm not even gonna save that. I'm just gonna attack the game. Wow. Okay, we have it. Okay, let's get into one more quick. Okay, here we go. This is our second game. Hopefully this is a good game so I can finish here. Win and I'll get a rank. This deck is so busted. I just want to show you how powerful the opening combo is with the trap card. Here we're going to hard reset because although that hand's pretty good, pretty balanced, we go big or go home, and we went big! Unless our opponent has an interrupt for our play, I'm gonna have to call it. We got 2 of those even. One of this, one of this. So it's good to keep track of how many other cards left in your deck. So we know we have 4 monsters left, 1 of each except 2 of these. Actually, you can consider playing 3 of these instead of 3 anchors instead of arsenals, because anchor is your removal that clears the way for you to attack the game. I could have considered bringing this out in defense. We're not going to activate anything because if he's not doing anything, then maybe he doesn't know how this deck works. Maybe he's new, or maybe he just hasn't versed one yet. Here, I'm going to pop both cards, and this is just game. Unfortunately, I don't get to show you how awesome the spell absorbing lives are, because you know, they're an interrupt that doesn't cost anything. So what did our opponent have? Our opponent had Air Mage and Resolve. You know, those cards are just way too slow to be able to compete with this deck now. And what's cool about Chalice is, if you have 2 monsters, any 2 monsters plus Chalice is game. So that's another positive about this card. Okay, that sucked, but that's all I have time for. Let's go into someone now. Okay, so there you have it, guys. That's the GEARGIA deck, and this is definitely powerful. I probably wouldn't play GEARGIA without this card, just because of spell absorbing life, just because of how good of an interrupt this is. If you don't have this, which I don't think is possible, you can play Desert Sunlight. Desert Sunlight. It does pretty much the same thing. It's better against Sylvans, it's better against the Mirror, but I think this is better against everything else. What do I have to say? Like, I guess the more you play this, the more this deck becomes popular, the more you realize that this deck has no real traps. Like nothing, like you don't have to fear attacking. So eventually, I think what players are gonna start doing is play, probably play like all of these, maybe. So they might start playing all of these because people know that if you're playing against a GEARGIA deck, you don't have to worry. Like you can just attack. Usually, there's nothing they can do. Wall of D might see more play when you eventually. So, what would you take out? Probably, I don't know. You'll see different ratios of the defensive spell and check cards. Maybe you'll even see more than 20 cards. But for now, because of how new the deck is, and I just think this is the best possible build, or maybe something like this. Yeah, either 3 or 2 or 3 or 2. And this deck is just totally nuts. If you're not prepared for this for the KC Cup, then honestly, I wouldn't even waste my time playing the KC Cup. If you're not prepared for this deck and the Hero deck, you know, although these are 2 new decks, these are decks that you have to prepare for. If you're not prepared for them, then save a weekend, next weekend. But yeah, maybe stick around for this week and I'll help you prepare for these decks. I'll tell you which deck is the best deck that you currently have to beat this deck, these decks, and I'll teach you different ways, different cards and strategies to beat these decks. Yeah, this deck is nuts. Definitely try it if you have it. It's actually not too expensive. I say that with 3 ultra rares here, but even if you don't have 3, even if you have 2, I would play it with 2. You could even say it might be better with 2 because you have less dead draws later on. I'd play as many of these as I can. If I had 2 GEARGIA attackers and X amount of these, then I'll just play this deck. This deck's pretty cheap and it's just insanely powerful. And if you're playing with the spell absorbing life, it's not so brain dead. You have to wait for the right opportunity to use it. A lot of the times you'll even let your monsters die because you want to save it. That's how powerful it is. You can bring back your monsters with rebirth or just summon a new monster. Search out the one that you want, set it, and then you can use this in your main phase to flip it back up and then go for the attack. You can either, you can also, because this card gains 200 attack for each monster, if you have a 1900 attack plus a 1900 attack and a monster set, you can activate this to flip it face up. If your monster's Floodgate Trapdoor hold, you can flip it face up. This deck's insanely powerful. Definitely try it out, and yeah, I think that's it for me for today. I hope you like this profile. There's not much more to say. Anyway, that's it for me for today. Peace out. Catch you again later. See you tomorrow.